everyone, my name's Jane Lappage and today we're going to make 3D stars and a bit of faux calligraphy. There's your big example. We have enough paper. We're using every scrap up, even though I've changed the colour on these just to make them look a bit more pretty. But we're using every scrap of paper, so we're going to make 3 different sizes. Obviously you don't have to put the faux calligraphy in them all. You can decorate them with stars or glitter or whatever you feel like, but that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so what will be emailed to you is a set of letters, a template of your 3 different stars which relate to the stars that you're going to create. There's also going to be a template with the faux calligraphy on, so it gives you proportion and how to work that as well. But what I am going to do is show you now how to actually get that far with your templates and everything else that we've got. With the template that you've already got, obviously just cut out your star, place your star on your paper and trace round it. Now if you'd rather make sure it's really straight and square, then with a ruler and a pencil go round that separately, like so. We will make the star. I'll show you how to make the star with the templates we've got, but I will explain why there's measurements on the templates so that afterwards you can change size and understand how the star's made anyway. Okay, so here we need a ruler, a pencil, you'll need scissors, a compass, oh, missed a side, a biro or a fibre pen, fine fibre pen, just missed this one, so there we go, so there's your template. So now we've got our penciled star on our piece of paper. We've cut out our template as well. There's a circle there which is the hole which you need at the top, which will be where you're going to place your ribbon for your nice star when it's ready to hang. And then obviously we need to get this template of words on here. Now to do this we need to place this underneath the star and go and take it up to the window and trace through what's there. If you want to generate your own words and letters, obviously you have a sheet here to create what you want to do, like I've done here where you've got to love ya. We are generating it all in faux calligraphy because it means that you can just use a fine fibre pen or a biro, so we're not worrying about having any special nibs or ink or anything technical like that. Okay, so to show you, obviously if you don't know what the sun looks like on the window, well, I'm going to show you mine through the light box. So here's my template now underneath my paper, where you can clearly see, thank you NHS there, that we're going to trace over with our pencil. If you feel really confident you can just go straight on there with your pen. Now also note any downstroke like this is where you do a double line to make it thick. So, and any ups are a thin one stroke. So that's the rule of thumb on how your letters work. Obviously, if we're going to do it up against the window, again with your low tack sellotape, just stick it to the back so you can get a template of where you're going. I've obviously positioned this so it will look right when it comes out. And rule of thumb, if you're going to change what you want to say, and you want to put another word or anything in, make sure, because there's our centre point there, you're at least 1.5 centimetres or a bit further away, because the further away you are, when your star gets folded, you can clearly see what you've written. But the beauty of creating these is you can pretty much use them all year round. This big one we've done so it can go in the window, especially on your Thursday clap days. But again, you can generate them for Christmas, for birthdays, for tags. So there we go, that's our template all done in pencil. Okay. Okay, so now we've done all that, we'll cut our star out. Obviously go very slightly inside the pencil line if you can. It means you haven't got anything to worry about. And obviously having some nice sharp scissors is good. Be careful when we go around this top bit, because remember you need these other bits of paper to create your smaller stars. So we need to keep that bit. There we go. Right, now you've got your penciled thank you NHS on there with your fibre pen or biro. Just go over this. Obviously, you could have tonal colour, you could do rainbow colours if you've got lots of fibre pens or biros. And again, like I was saying, all your downstrokes are double thickness. So when you look at my NHS one here, you can see that they're all solid. I've coloured those in properly. But when we look at this little one, if you look at that, I've done lines through it. So it gives you a different look. Again, it's entirely up to you. On this one, I'll probably do a range of both so you can see what I mean. I'll do my thank solid and my you with lines going through it. But this makes it a really simple, effective way of putting personal messages on this star. Again, if you feel confident, you could have just gone straight onto the star. Okay, nearly there. And again, if you go slightly off what your pencil mark's done, it's not a problem, we'll rub it out at the end. So if we're just filling the letter in, obviously as you can see, you just fill the letter in between the lines to create that. If you want to thicken any bits up, or you want to add little dots on the end, you can do that as you're going along. So that's your letters coming out in solid. There's another dot. Another dot there. So it's quite strong and effective. This is also effective where you're just doing little lines running through it. So again, if you've got a different colour or add some dots in, you can. You could be really wild and put zigzags through it. It's really just having fun with what you're creating. Okay. Dot in there and a dot in there. Okay, so now we're all good to get scoring and marking our star. Okay, so now we're going to generate our 3D effect. So I tend to use a metal ruler for this because it gives you a real nice crisp edge. If you're quite confident, then you can just literally fold it. But turn it over and just remember any long points are always going to be folded from the back, and I tend to push with your finger right up to the edge of that ruler. So already you've got a really nice crisp line there that makes it really simple on your crisp fold. Okay, and repeat that through all your long points, doing the same process every time. Making sure it's nice and crisp. Third one. There we go. So you've got all your lines, folds going that way. Then we turn it back this way round, and just before we do those others, I'll just rub out all your pencil marks before we crease it properly. So it's nice and good to go. So then all your short points are going to be folded the other way. So these give you your concave lines. Okay. Mark all three of those as well. Then what I tend to do is literally collect all your outer and inner points and just give it a squeeze, so it makes it really nice and crisp, like so. So then when it opens out, you've got a really beautiful star. So the last thing to do is put your hole in the top. Oh, I've got it there. So we want it there. Obviously I'd got, if you can see with these, I've got a bit star-tastic by putting stars on and different things. So by all means embellish with whatever you like, or just leave it plain. I have a proper hole punch, but if you haven't got one, obviously just make a little hole or something to get your ribbon in. There's ours good to go. For me to make a really nice bow and ribbon like so, I will fold the ribbon in half, make it quite long, so then if you've got any spare, it'll always work out at the end. From the back, feed it through your little hole. Fiddly bit. There we go. And roughly get your loop to how long or short you want it to be, and then split your ribbon into two, make a bow, make another bow and tie it round and up, which will then give you a really nice even bow. Okay, now again there you're going to go, well them tails are far too long, so all we need to do is trim your tails with some really nice sharp scissors. Like so. And there is your really nice star with ribbon. Okay, so if I just explain how I've generated your template, then it means you're good to go on any size you like. If you've got a compass, obviously I just went for the widest point to make the paper, to fit the paper basically. And then using that point, just measure down. So as you can see, I've already measured that, and that's 10.3 centimetres. That's why I've got a little arrow there. Then with that 10.3 centimetre, from that top point, go round the edge of your circle and mark 10.3, 10.3, 10.3, 10.3, 10.3 and 10.3. It will give you your nice six-sided star. Then with your ruler, join every other mark that you've just put in that circle. So there's your top mark, then we're missing that one, go in there, put your line through. Again, miss that one, go to that one, put your line through. It may sound simple, but sometimes you can get really confused on which line you're meant to be putting to what. So if you just remember every other one, generate your perfect star, and you're good to go. And again, what I've done here is, although that's overlapping there, I've made two more circles to fit and use the whole sheet of paper. So the same applies with these. I've just measured down what that is, which is 5.4, and then again gone round to generate your stars. So it's as simple as that. Just to say goodbye and hope you have as much fun as I have with stars and little stars or glitter, depends how much mess you want to get your house into. Obviously I've just basically put these on with a bit of Pritt stick and just really dot away to wherever you think they might look good. If you've got those little tiny crafting dots that you can use as well, they're really good fun. Slightly less messy than this, but if you've got time to get in a mess, then go for it. It just adds another dimension to what you're doing. And like I say, if you're worrying that you're unflattening your star, as I've just shown you, you can use how you concertina it together to get your stars, to get your shape back. But adding this, I'm sure you will agree, it gives it a whole nother look, minus hair. Okay. Put two more on. And that. Oh no, perhaps two more. On that. It's more fiddly than the whole thing put together. On that. On there. Like I say, if you're feeling it's all come apart a bit, just crease it all back up so it's nice and crisp. Get it all good to go, and there you have your perfect bowed star with diamonds. Okay, so as you can see, you should be really pleased with your fab new star, and obviously your little mini ones. I've done these in different colours and different ribbons, just again to show you how it works. But when you look at the table here, you should see lots of different fun ideas using gold paint and proper modern calligraphy script to generate things for Christmas, for birthdays. You can even just do them plain on card so that they can go on your dining table. The world is your oyster on having loads of fun with your 3D stars. So enjoy yourself, enjoy your lock-in, and get star-tastic.